3 left. Myers has it. He blows right by. Gets to the three-point line. Gives it off to Miguel Arnold. Rises and fires. Miguel!
Welcome to the Dip Mitra Show. Today it's just me and Coach in the studio. Peach Belt Conference play is really heating up. We've got Wednesday, Saturday from here all the way through the end of February before the conference tournament. Like I said, it's really heating up. It's heating up across the nation, and the Peach Belt Conference is no exception. Coach, we've got a big game Wednesday night. We're taping this Tuesday morning against North Georgia. 2 of the 3 teams who are tied at the top of the standings, us, North Georgia, and USC Aiken, will be going at it. And it's a special game when it comes to the theme behind it as well as what it means in the standings.
Yeah, it's our prostate cancer game. A gentleman donated some money for us to wear baby blue uniforms, and he's a prostate cancer survivor. So we actually bought them, and then we had the COVID year, so we didn't use them. So last year we used them, and yesterday we took our team down to the cancer center. To a very extensive tour. Dr. Cortez, who runs the whole cancer center, was our last person to guest. That's what the photo is. And it was very educational for our players. And everybody's life has been touched by cancer in some manner. And it was a nice, even though it was a day off, it was a very good day to have off and have something like that occur.
And I think, isn't there going to be personnel on hand where, like a guy like me, 47-year-old man, need to be checked?
There's going to be personnel. There's going to be some prostate cancer survivors. We'll honor them at halftime, or not honor them. We'll mention them, and it's a really good, kind gesture. We started this a couple years ago. We're still ironing out some kinks the way we have to do some with our foundation, how we can pay for things. But it's a great little thing for our players to do, and like I said, everybody's been touched by cancer, and we look forward to playing a very, very good North Georgia team that's, ironically, we both have 2 losses. I'm sure you're going to touch on it. We both got the leading scorers. We both got leading rebounders. So it'll be a great challenge for us.
Yeah, so about that North Georgia matchup, our team, Augusta University, 17-3 overall, 8-2 in Peach Belt Conference play. North Georgia comes in 14-3 overall, 7-2 in Peach Belt Conference play. Tyshaun Crawford, the 7'1" senior center for Augusta, leads the Peach Belt, 21 points per game. He's second in the Peach Belt and rebounds at just under 9 rebounds per game. Frank Champion over at North Georgia is the second leading scorer at 20 points per game and the leading rebounder at 10.5. Champion's tough. We're going to look at Tyshaun from last week's game at USC Aiken, and I'm just really impressed with the way he scores, going over both shoulders with touch. He takes on the double team and scores through it at times, and he can also pass out of it. So let's take a look at Tyshaun and then get your take on how those 2 guys match up tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's got great poise. As a catch the ball under the post, you want to pause for poise. He does a good job of holding on to it. Obviously, people are double and triple teaming him. Our next step is early in the year we're able to make people pay on the double and triple teams. The other night against Clayton, we missed a couple cutters. It was the right action. So he's gotten really good. He is going over both shoulders. He's become a dominant force, and I give him credit because, as everybody knows, he plays through a lot of contact. And obviously the referees before the game say he's big, let contact occur. So obviously he gets away with some contact, but he's able to keep his poise in a game where, it's frustrating. You're getting hit a lot, and he's been really, really spirited for us, and we need to continue to ride him, no question.
You say often that one of the first things you have to figure out when a game starts is how are they going to play Tyshaun? Who's he going to guard on defense? Is Champion a center or a power forward?
Well, it'll be
How's
interesting.
this work?
It's going to be interesting how they don't start their center, and he comes off the bench. So I don't know if we don't really know who they're going to start going into the game. They'll dig on him. They'll surround him a little bit. I think they'll put somebody else on him, but I don't know that. I'm sure Dan's a very good defensive coach, doesn't like giving up easy buckets. So there's going to be a plan. There's definitely going to be a plan. It's not going to just let him go down and go take 17 shots without people around the cup with him. So, like I said, we've got to not to hit. We got to get other guys to make some shots and to loosen things up for him. No question.
Yeah, and memory visions in my head from last season's game when North Georgia came our way and the game when we went their way. I've got a couple things. One is I remember Champion, I want to say we were doubling him and he was passing out of it, hurting us a little bit at home, but we kind of ran away with that one. But at North Georgia, that was a tough one,
yes.
And I think he fouled out with
he
about
did.
4, maybe got a tech and 4 and 5 right away. Is that how that worked?
It was, I think, a 7 or 8 minute mark, and the game was really close, and we're going to call our floppy action. Miguel hit like 3 threes in a row to separate a little bit, and then Frank got tangled up with a guy and got a personal foul, a technical foul. So that was a big thing for them. He's done a good job of passing the ball, Frank has, at Champion. And, they've got some new guys that are helping them tremendously. A.J. White, freshman, is a very good player. So it'll be a great challenge. I mean, they got 2 losses for a reason. We have 2 losses. Aiken's got 2 losses. And, we're all getting ready to play each other. We've played Columbus and Georgia Southwestern twice. All of us are all getting ready to play each other. We're going to play Lander again. They're going to play Lander again. So it's going to be really interesting these last 8 games.
Very interesting. Augusta 8-2, USC Aiken 8-2, North Georgia 7-2. Lander 7-3.
Yes.
And then you've got Young Harris at 6-4 and Flagler at 5-5. So 6 of the 10 Peach Belt Conference teams are all within 3 games of each other. And to your point, you're all going to start playing each other. The next 4 Wednesdays, you've got North Georgia, Lander, USC Aiken, and North Georgia. And this is I was thinking about this as I watch conference play throughout college basketball. If I look at our games, I've either been in person or watched online every game. And, the Homelander game when they got up big on us and we came back and won, the away USC Aiken game, those games have been different. Now, I would say Flagler at home, but they kind of ran away from us and it never got tense. But the tension, the excitement of conference play.
It is. And, so ironically, North Georgia's got 3 losses all by 1 point.
Yeah.
Okay? And, so they're 3 points from being undefeated. Conversely, they've won 3 or 4 games by 1 point. So, if you're a good team, you win those games. It's going to be an interesting year. It really is. There's so many different contrasting styles of play. Us in North Georgia put the ball inside more. Lander shot 52 threes in their last game.
Oh my goodness.
We won't shoot 52 threes in a week or probably 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And there's certain styles of play that I think 52 of their 73 shots were threes. We're never going to do that.
Yeah.
But we also have a 7-footer. So it's a big contrast of styles. We have to get better at what we do. Yeah. And it's very important to prepare and all that stuff, but we're not where we need to be on what we do. And we're going to we've made some slight changes, and hopefully they'll impact these last 8 games.
You talked about after the Clayton State game, so that's our most recent game. I'll update everybody on that. Clayton State got up on us at their place 31-29 at the half, and then you guys went on a big run, 13-0 run to start the second half. I want to say you outscored them something like 79, so 40 to you beat them 79-61. You said after the game, because I asked you about the North Georgia game Wednesday, and you said, we need to focus on what we do and what we're trying to do. Anything you can share with us when it comes to, you say, you've got to get better at doing what you do. Any details on that?
Yeah, well, we're obviously going to play inside out, and we have some injuries with Timmy, won't be able to play this week, and Kirby was sick against USC Aiken. Darren was out for a Flagler game, so we haven't had our whole team together too much. But either way, we have to get better at moving the ball, And it's not a selfishness thing. It's just in the second half of the Clayton game, we got open shots, and we'll make open shots. So we've just got to do better with moving the basketball and, more importantly, guarding the basketball. Okay. And I actually, in Clayton game, we actually guarded it well the first half, and we guarded it real well the second half. So it's a challenge. And like I said, so many different styles of play, and you have to be ready for all different styles. It's really unique.
Yeah. Now, we've been talking about Peach Belt play, conference action. We're going to take a look here. We got down double digits, or Augusta University got down double digits at USC Aiken in both the first half and the second half. And, you talked about Kirby kind of going out to the trash can, throwing up every couple minutes, and Darren nursing a hurt ankle. Excuse me. So the team had to dig deep, and you'll see some of that. You forced 3 shot clock violations in that game. But let's take a look at some really good Peach Belt Conference action at USC Aiken, 2 rivals. So you kind of know the feel of a game like when North Georgia comes in here Wednesday night, or when when we go to Lander next Wednesday, games like that. It's kind of neat to see our guys travel. This thing, because back and forth, they make a 3, Miguel makes a 3, kind of close the half. It's a lot of minutes, but just wanted to show a little bit of the game. This guy Horn averages like 8 rebounds a game. Shot clock violation here.
Yeah, I do remember we missed 4 laps to start the game. We were a little amped up. The ball was going out of our hands. So, I told our team after the game, we played hard enough. We just didn't play well enough. And obviously, Tyree picked up his 4th foul with 18 minutes to go, and Kirby was not feeling well. But all it does is ramp it up for next time we play them. So, you win all your home games. We've lost 1. We've been fortunate to win some road games. Aiken's dropped 2 at home right now with Georgia Southwestern and Flagler. So we've dropped 1 at home. North Georgia dropped 1 at home. So it's a continual long grind to the end of the season.
played hard enough, maybe not well enough. That brings me to something I wanted to ask you. So, first of all, you have a great season last year, got a lot of players back. People think it's easy. You kind of have to earn it all over again every year. There's nothing comes easy. Is this the right sequence? You have to play hard, and then you have to play well. Or a lot of people say play hard, play smart, play together. Right. But, without the play hard,
everything else
nothing else matters.
Everything else
and then in conference play is a whole nother ball of wax too. So now, do you feel like, okay, we're coming together, playing hard, now we got to play smart, play together, stuff like that?
I would argue Aiken's the hardest we've played all year. We really haven't played with the fire that we usually need to. We've won games because we've had talent. So we've got to ramp it up. And I think our guys know it. I was a little disappointed offensive with us at Clayton the first half, but the second half, it's a long season. You want to be peaking toward the end, and we've got 8 games left. We want to be playing well these last 4 weeks. The way the conference tournament is built this year, if you have the number 1 seed, you host the first 4 games. You don't just get one game; you get the whole thing. So obviously, you want to be able to host a tournament on that Thursday. I think it starts. It goes 4 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, and we have a break. We play on Sunday. They've made a little format change. So here, all of us are kind of looking for the same thing. All of us want to play on home. You want to be in your own bed. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes out. So
you mentioned the USC Aiken game, the hardest you've played all year. Similar. I wasn't in person at Clayton State. Similar effort.
Defensively we were okay. Yeah, we're okay defensively. And the second half we were really good offensively. Clayton, which hadn't done this, really took their time. Didn't take quick shots. The tempo was down. Like I said, we were 3 for 16 inside the arc. We usually make those. So we had enough. And the good thing is Kirby started shooting the ball again, which we absolutely need somebody else to take shots. Yeah. Miguel and Tyshaun aren't afraid to take shots. Tyree's not afraid to take them late in the game, but we've got to get Kirby and other guys a little more aggressive offensively in the right context.
Yeah, great. Okay, so we've talked about Wednesday night being Prostate Cancer Awareness Night, big matchup with North Georgia. Saturday, usually games are at 3:30. Saturday's game's at 2 p.m. at home against Georgia College. Special theme for that one.
Yeah, we have military appreciation, so we moved it up because the troops have to get back for chow, I guess, for dinner. So we usually move that game time up. So at 2 o'clock we'll play. The women will play at 12. And this year they've encouraged the military people's spouses to come as well. So hopefully that gets another crowd of people. We had 2 games in January at home. Yeah. Okay, so obviously that means you're getting ready to have more from at home. So I think we're building momentum so we can have a good crowd. And as we build toward the end of the season, just like last year, crowds improve.
Yeah. Next Wednesday, you go to Lander, big matchup there. And then next Saturday, February 11th, Young Harris comes our way. Very special theme for that game as well.
Yeah, well, I'm going to show you my break the attendance, okay? So there's a Loch Ness Monster total of how many people were at a game.
Okay.
And actually I was talking to Vince Alexander about it because he was the coach at Aiken. When the listed number was put on a stat sheet, it's the Loch Ness Monster. I coached in the game.
Do you know the number?
We at that time we seated 2,216 people, okay? Because we didn't have the end zone bleachers.
Yeah.
There was a number of 3,500. No way.
Were people standing
we had people
on the baseline?
We had people standing. We had the temporary bleachers are outside by our baseball field. We did have that, but right now we see 3,047. Yeah. And so we really want to get 3,000 people at the game. And everyone's going to be free. We're giving out tickets throughout town. We want to make this a break the attendance for an Augusta University basketball game or Augusta State basketball game and see if we can get 3,000 people in there. We have 2 home games. You build a momentum. We're on the road at Lander. Our fans obviously travel well. We'll come home and play Young Harris. And then the 15th, we have the Teddy Bear Toss, which we did last year against Aiken. Last year, nobody knew if it was going to work, including me. And I don't remember who we did it against, but that thing
I think it was Georgia
Southwestern. Yes. And I remember jokingly, their athletic director there watched it, and they were having a teddy bear toss. So ours was very successful. We have that game coming up, and then we have homecoming senior night. So hopefully this break the attendance record breaker game will really get us, anybody wants a ticket, they're willing to come in free. I'm giving out tickets even though it's free, and we look forward to having a great crowd for that one.
Yeah.
I love doing things that people say don't think could work, okay? Yeah. Years ago, the education game won't work. work. Oh, the teddy bear dust won't work. Okay, well, let's try it. You know, So when I met with our athletic director and our sports information director, we kind of were going back and forth, and Ryan said, well, hey, why don't we make it free for everybody? Let's print up tickets to get people to know about it. And like I said, I'm talking to the provost cabinet, I'm talking to the staff council, I'm talking to the student groups. I'm going out this week just to get as many people as possible.
That's Saturday. That break the attendance record game is Saturday, February 11th. It's against Young Harris, 3:30 p.m. And, like you said, you get in free. Now, and then 5 days later, whatever the next Wednesday is, the 15th, USC Aiken comes in and a teddy bear game. What's the teddy bear game?
Well,
I know, but...
Well, teddy bear toss is basically after we make the first basket, we throw teddy bears on the court. And last year I bought them, and I was really worried we were going to have people. And I remember looking out there at the crowd, I'm going, okay, I see teddy bears. So our student groups got behind it, and they were excited about doing it again this year. Like I said, I'm going to meet with them Thursday. They were excited about it. Last year, I heard a total of like 1,100 teddy bears. Yeah, well, we're going to get some people, okay, for the Aiken game. So this ought to be interesting. The cleanup's going to be the issue, okay? Yeah. Last year, we tried to mop it. That didn't work. So we've got different plans on where we're going about the teddy bears. We've got to come up with a plan for the cleanup. And like I said, the athletic director of Georgia Southwestern, he timed his, okay? So he had the luxury of watching ours and the cleanup not work. So I think we'll have a plan, no question.
So you throw them onto the floor, and then they get gathered up and given to. Yes,
we give them different organizations. At one point we reached out to our cancer center for Children's Cancer Center. They can't do it because those gifts needs to be in packages. Right. So we gave them to shelters in different places. We're gonna give it to a dog pound that uses teddy bears. So anybody who wants them, we had a bunch, and that was the other problem we had last year. We bagged them up. They're like, okay, we got to get them, and you don't realize how many we had. Yeah. So it worked out. Our student groups are behind. It'll be fun. It'll be great.
Yeah. Well, one more time, Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m., North Georgia, big time Peach Belt matchup. Two teams that are tied at the top of the standings. Saturday, 2 p.m., Georgia College Military Appreciation Day. On the road at Lander and Greenwood, about an hour away next Wednesday, and then break the attendance record game, free admission, February 11th, that's a Saturday at 3:30 p.m. against Young Harris. Got the teddy bear toss a few days after that. Augusta University, Peach Belt Conference action. Don't miss it, and we hope to see you at Christenberry Field.